What's going on? Good evening, family. In Proverbs chapter 4, I believe it's verse 7, the scriptures say that wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, but in all that get an understanding. This is the principal thing with Michael Chavis. All right, so I want to talk to y'all about something really fast that's really seems like is the season right now that we're in. Okay, so just to put a timestamp on where we are, it's actually April 1st. A fool is a man that says there is no God. It's actually April 1st, 2019. Nipsey Hussle just was murdered about 2 days ago. That's sad, but so that's just to put a timestamp on where we are, right? But the thing I want to talk about is in 1 Kings chapter 3, I think it is, it talks about Solomon is saying that he's just taken a wife from Pharaoh, and he has to build his own house, and he has to build the house of the Lord and a wall around the city. So he goes up to the high place and makes a burnt offering to the Lord of 1,000 burnt offerings. And that night the Lord visited him in a dream and said, "Ask what you will of me." And Solomon asked for wisdom to govern so great a people. You know what I'm saying? He says, "I'm but a little child. I don't know how to go out or come in." So just remember that when you feel like you're not qualified to do a thing. But he asked for wisdom to accomplish the purpose. The purpose is his purpose is to lead God's people and to build the house of the Lord, and to be the king. So the Lord, it says that his speech pleased the Lord, and the Lord said to him, "I'm going to grant you the thing I've granted you the thing that you've asked for, and because you didn't ask for riches or the life of your enemies, I'm going to grant you the things that you didn't ask for too." He says, "I'm going to grant you wealth and honor and wisdom like no other king before you. And if you'll abide by my statutes, then I'll extend your life." Y'all don't be mad at me if I misquote one or two things or quote it out of order. It's in 1 Kings chapter 3, so we don't have to guess or wonder what I'm talking about. We can just go read it. You know what I mean? But at any rate, I want to talk about the perks of purpose. We are finding ourselves in a season right now where we're going to enter into the perks of purpose. If you will make the decision to be disciplined enough to chase after purpose, then there are some perks that come along with that. Some perks that come along with purpose are provisions. Provisions come along with purpose. Having the thing that you need in order to accomplish the thing that you need to do for purpose comes along with purpose. Also, I want to make it very clear that grace comes along with purpose. The Lord was sharing with me the other day that you can't run out of grace if you're running into purpose, because those two things are going in the same direction. They're traveling parallel with each other. If you accept the call to a higher purpose, a purpose for God, you accept with that. And I said it like this: accepting the call to purpose is like accepting a job, and grace is like the parking space and the ficus that comes with the office. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the perks that come with purpose. You know what I'm saying? So grace is greater than like groceries. You know what I'm saying? So like what I'm trying to say is that in accepting the call to purpose, you are accepting also supernatural provisions for you to get the thing done, and you are what you'll need to do and know that you'll have the backing of the Lord if you're accepting the Lord's purpose to do it, is to let go of fear. To let go of the fear of, man, I don't know how this is going to work out, or that going to work out, or whatever, because trust and believe is going to require some faith. I was talking to the Lord one day, and I said to the Lord, if I jump, will you catch me? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if I just leap and go for this thing, will you be there as a safety net to catch me so that I won't fall or fail? You know, fall flat on my face, be embarrassed, and then not have the things that I need and let my family down, or whatever the case may be. And quick as an arrow, the Lord answered me and said, if I'll catch you, will you jump? And he's saying to me, I've already said to you that I'm going to provide these things for you. Will you go ahead and jump if I've already told you that I'm going to make these provisions for you? If I've already told you that you'll be safe in my hands, if I've already shown it to you, will you go ahead and take that leap of faith? All right, so what I'm saying is that with purpose will come perks. Peace is a perk of purpose. Being able to sleep when you don't have money. See, because you got money and can't sleep. But you got some things, you know, you got a job that, you know, they ain't trying to get rid of you on. They ain't trying to fire you on. You understand what I'm saying? And you got some things that you've been able to do in your own strength, but you still can't sleep at night for worry about the things that, you know, and Solomon again here says the riches of a rich man won't suffer him to sleep at night. You got some things that you have made with your own hands, and still in those things you're not able to find peace. Having those things secure, you're not able to find peace. But peace is a perk of purpose. It comes with it. You know what I mean? Knowing that I'm chasing after purpose, and knowing that if I continue after the things of the Lord, then God will take care of those things. That's a perk of purpose. Grace is a perk of purpose. Having knowledge and wisdom and qualifications for things that you're not qualified for. It's a, you know, old saying says, he don't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. You know what I'm saying? Having a qualification in the scriptures it says when you go to speak to them, don't meditate or think about what you're going to say, for the Holy Spirit will give you the words to say in that very same hour, not knowing what exactly to say. But when you get into that moment and you yield yourself to the Holy Spirit, the peace that comes with that, all right, so public speaking is something that's, you know, is like the number one fear of all people, right? And it's something that I used to worry about when I get in front of these people, or if I get to talking to somebody, man, will I say the right thing? Is God with me? Is God with the words that I say? And then the more I begin to trust in God, and the more I realize that it's my purpose to teach. You know what I'm saying? The more I realize that thing and walk in it, I come to find out that even just in me opening my mouth, like when I open my mouth and speak towards things that, you know, I know I'm purposed to do, it's the Lord just started to give me the words to say. The words just come to me and they flow out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not bragging on me. I'm bragging on God. And what I'm saying is that when the ability to know what to say in the right time, and it's something that, you know, it'll just sort of come over you. You just feel it or whatever. And you just, man, where did that idea come from? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't me. I ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You feel me? Like, you know, and it's just like that. And, knowing what to say, the peace in relying on God. You understand what I'm saying? These are perks of purpose. Grace, provisions, and peace. These are the perks of purpose. You feel me? So rest in God. There's rest in God, because his yoke is easy, his burdens are light. All right, so just rest in God. And if you're chasing after purpose, know that there are things that come along with purpose that make up the difference for what you in yourself may not feel like you can be great in. God makes up the difference in that thing. All right? So, as always, it's my wish that the saints be fortified. And in this, God will be glorified, and truly the devil be horrified. God bless.